Sorry about that. Let's try this again. Let's see if I can get some people back here. I pushed the wrong button. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, Michelle. Thank you for coming back. Oh, I gotta get my glasses. Oh, all right, all right. Thanks for coming back, Grandpa. Gonna have to change the settings and everything.
You'll leave the fucking buttons alone. How about that?
Well, we're gonna have to make that one into a short video or something. I don't know.
You know, you got a small camper there. You don't need to have two different cameras.
Well, I was trying to show everybody what I did earlier.
So
That's why.
pick up your device that you're showing us and fucking there you go, just like that.
Yeah, I know. What was it
You're trying
thinking?
you're trying to be fancy.
There's nothing fancy here. So, sleeper quarters is out of commission for a couple days.
Which
Uh, I had
is
to
that the is
do a
that the
full
above
out.
is that the above the cab?
Yeah, that's above the cab area right there.
Don't you have another one?
Yeah, right here for sleeping.
Yeah,
Yeah, right here. If
yeah.
that's the couch, it opens up to the bed.
That's more comfortable anyways.
Yeah, it's cushioned. I don't have to worry about the friggin' air mattress. I was gonna get a futon mattress for up top, but considering what I did, I might do a little redesigning.
Oh, I used to love croutons in my salad.
Yeah, and and I think I'm gonna extend these cupboards here, like one more over. I'm not sure.
Do whatever you want with it. Make it yours.
Yep. Haven't decided how I'm gonna do it yet. I might keep it the original. I don't know. Haven't decided yet.
Yeah, see, Juanita got it right away.
Ah, croutons.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find my dogs all day long.
Where are they? Upstairs? Oh,
And
there's Luna. You got those pictures I sent you. I seen them. That was
yeah,
3 years ago that day I sent them. I was up there.
Mr. Jackson.
Yeah. So it
Mr.
looks like
Jack.
I'm gonna have to reshare this stuff now.
Don't be pushing fucking buttons.
No, I'm not even on that part right there. Uh, I gotta reshare this because if not, I ain't gonna get nobody up there.
Hey, Marvin. Didn't get a chance to say hello to you before. Yeah, he did, Marvin. Give him hell. trying to get all fancy on us here with 2 different cameras.
Be with you all in a minute. I had it all set up on like 5 other different camping groups and everything too. Well, there's always next time, right?
There you go. Let me share this on my Facebook. I got over 4,000 boxer friends.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Yeah, if anybody else wants to hit that share button, that'll be awesome. That'll be appreciated. Oh. Just show your face where I know it's you. All right, all set.
I'm in need of a haircut, but it is what it is.
That's all right. It's just sometimes, people come up without them, showing, and I don't know who it is. I don't want to get a streaker in here.
Oh yeah, I understand, man. There's some crazy people out there do some crazy shit. But
Like
I
me.
wanted to give you 2 thumbs up on that the camper you got. I didn't catch. I missed your last live stream when you were talking about it. You said you thought it originally had a 318, but it's 440. If it's 440, it's 727. I can't remember the number of the differential that's on the back of that. What kind of rear axle? But that's a bulletproof drivetrain.
Yeah, it's definitely a 440. They ran the VIN number, and also I found the owner's manual for this particular. Matter of fact, I'll grab it. It's in the front cab, and I got paperwork up the yin yang about this thing.
Yeah, they call that when it was built. It's called a cabin chassis. Then it was shipped to different companies to have the back end put on it. You know what I mean? That's a very highly desirable truck, and condition of it, as far as what I see in the pictures from the year, that's very nice shape because they didn't put a lot of rust prevention into them back then. So somebody sealed that truck up with something that's doing its job.
Well, the undercarriage is mint. There's absolutely nothing there. I have a brand new floor on top of that. And as I was doing my work today, I realized the roof itself is brand new as well. It's aluminum, which I could tell it's brand new because the sealant that's up there is only one layer of sealant, and when you scrape off that sealant, the aluminum itself looks shiny as hell compared to like the side. So somebody actually did a lot of work to the roof and the floor. The floor is, it's unbelievable. I think it's like a 1/2-inch plywood that's under here, or an inch doubled. Yeah, because it's doubled, 2 1/2-inch. And the only reason why I had to replace that is because the skylight, something happened to the plastic, the dome.
Yeah,
and
it broke.
All she did is take a blue canvas like this and just covered the top.
Right.
Well, it soaked, it got some water inside it, and it just had nowhere else to go, and it just flooded the sleeper area.
Yeah.
That ruined the bottom half. So the sides are fine. The roof is fine. It's just that bottom.
Well, I don't see that being a problem to fix. And that skylight should actually be pretty affordable.
Yeah, the skylight, I priced them there like $28 or something like that. So
yeah, I mean, I done work on. Well, I repaired RVs for several years. You know what I mean? And, stuff like that is I know you can get pretty cheap.
Yep.
And hello, Marvin.
Oh, hello, Grandpa.
What'd you say, Lucky? You got things up the yin yang. Perhaps you need an Emina. What, Jackson? What big?
I see what he's talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, see, like the skylight right there, it's covered with plastic now, but
Right.
it was wide open from the rain for all that time, and it just fell on the wood on the bottom and just soaked it, rotted
Right.
out of
Well, is the wood bad or is it just wet?
it. It was bad.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, just rip it out and replace it. You know, it is what it is.
well,
Yeah.
it's a little bit mess in here now, but you know,
Hey, Diane. Once that happens, it's best just to replace it.
yeah, because once I reseal it, you know, the dampness that's between the walls, it's not going to go nowhere.
Right.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff is like 1/4-inch plywood, which is made with a bunch of chemicals, and once it gets wet, it starts to decompose.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you might want to do or consider doing is, you know, get one of those propane heaters or, you know, a diesel heater. You know what I'm talking about? And put it in there and let the whole camper heat up really hot to dry it out.
No, I have an AC here with the heater, but
Yeah.
it.
But what I'm saying is get it up to like 130 degrees in there and let it sit there for a while and let it dry out a lot of the stuff that's in there. They
Well,
get
that's
your
the only
moisture
wet
out of your walls and stuff.
That's the only wet spot. Everything else is all sealed properly. Like there's no dampness anywhere.
Right.
Good.
And when I put my air mattress up there, it felt dry, but it just seemed like every night when I went to bed, it just felt like kind of damp, you know. And
Well,
so
that's the dampness that's actually in the vehicle itself.
Maybe
You know?
maybe that was you lucky.
So what I did is I figured, you know, I noticed between the cab and the wood, it started to like bow.
Right.
So I figured I could, you know, find out why it was bowing. And as I unsealed, you know, took the moldings off and the old silicone, I realized it was really wet. I mean, it was to a point where the aluminum and the glue they put on the wood,
Right.
it wasn't even sticking no more.
All right.
Yeah.
So I figured, okay, well, might as well, you know, replace a little bit of wood, see what happened, you know, see what it is.
Yeah.
And of course, it was just a little spot. It was that whole entire bottom half.
All right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, those heaters, Marvin, I've checked out quite a few of them on Amazon and eBay because I watch a lot of RV videos, and
Yeah.
they have some diesel ones that are pretty cheap and very efficient, and you vent them right through the bottom of the vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, as far as the diesel heater, yeah.
Oh, they have some amazing ones.
Well, yeah, those are little bitty tiny things, but they put out a lot of heat,
They
they actually recommend if you can find like an old radiator from you know, like you grew up when you had in school.
Yeah.
You know, to hook that up to the exhaust, so you get all the heat out of the exhaust. That makes them supposedly very efficient.
Well, I did find another battery underneath like the coffee pot area. There's a little cubby there. Outside has an opening. I did find all the keys for all my locks around the RV.
Cool.
So I do have all the keys for it. And like I said, I found a battery tray with the battery in it from 2017. I think that goes to the charging system for the solar panels.
All right.
I'm not sure. I really haven't figured that much out. But I did find another cupboard in the back of the RV that fits a small, tiny generator.
Okay.
And it has all the wires just sitting there with no generator. So once I get this taken care of by end of the week,
Right.
I think what I'm going to do is start concentrating on the wiring for the generator. Get that taken care of.
Well, you got solar panels, right? How many watts do you have?
There's a 30 amp that's in this trailer now. Well, not
30
trailer, but
Anyway.
right.
I'm asking because I'm trying to figure out what you can run off of it, you know.
Well, right now I have the ceiling AC, and that was cranking all day.
Yeah. How many batteries are on that solar charging system? What are they?
It's only one battery.
Okay, only one battery. All right.
It's not like a huge panel. You know, it's probably about 3 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah. Well, you need to make a trip to Harbor Freight. You can get what is it, 150 watt solar panel from them for shit. Well, I'm trying to remember here. I think like $60.
Wow.
And they got that one little 2-stroke generator. I mean, it's $100.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know you're tight on money, but you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, something to consider.
That or get the money and buy a propane generator.
Well, that's another thing. The propane that's on here is already installed, like the bottle's already underneath.
Yeah.
So that's why I said a propane generator would be best.
Yeah, but for me to have that filled, I have to have it like not registered, but approved, like inspected.
Right.
And I'm not sure how to go on that. So I was wondering if I could be able to eliminate that setup and just have a propane bottle on the outside, you know, like a cooking propane. As far as like
how big a propane bottle do you have?
I could show it to you, but it's maybe 2 gas grill bottles together.
Okay.
Yeah, you can buy one of those brand new for less money. Believe it or not, you can buy one of those brand new for less money than would take to have them certified. Because to get them certified, yeah, they have to take it to where they fill the propane, at least around here. Then they inspect it. It can't have no rust on it. You got to paint it white. Then they go through and they engrave a year on it. And then once they pass inspection, you literally have to get re-inspected every single year.
Yeah, but this is part of the RV. It's not like a bottle that you can take out and have filled anywhere.
You can take them out. They're not permanent.
You would be better off going with you know, the propane bottles like you use for your grill. You know, because if you got one of them and you take it in for exchange or refill and it's got rust on it, they don't give a damn.
Let me put my slippers on now.
Well, actually, they're only good for 10 years as well.
Yeah.
That's law. They have to be re-inspected every 10 years.
Yep. But, you know, as far as the grill bottles, I've seen times, you know, I have a friend give me one and it'd be covered with rust and I take it in for, you know, an exchange and they take it, no problems, no question is asked.
Oh yeah, they'll take them in exchange. Yeah, that part. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I got one of those big ones like I'm talking about. You can buy one of those and they're reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a minute. All right. Might be a little bit of squeaking for a minute. Yeah.
So we'll just call you Squeaker.
Huh. All right.
But they're removable. Those propane bottles, they're not part of the RV. They have to be removable. They would. It'd be illegal to sell them. It's like a gas tank. You have to be able to remove them.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can turn this around.
Using a second camera here.
Oh, watch out, he's pushing them buttons again.
I was just
Oh,
trying
that's
to.
right, right.
So that's what that looks like.
Sorry, guys, but I got to blow my nose.
Hey, Dinah blew her horn too, so I guess you can.
All right. So do you see this?
Yep.
Yep.
It says caution.
Yeah, that comes out. If you go underneath the RV, Lucky, those the
Says,
one on top are underneath it. There's straps underneath, guarantee you.
1977.
Yeah. They don't those things there's a bottle underneath with straps, guarantee it.
I'll guarantee that too from my time working on RVs. I didn't realize what he actually had. I thought he had. We've been sitting in the back of the truck. This is underneath the truck.
Yeah, they're underneath, they're strapped, and they're like a tank. They sell those tanks at Tractor Supply, like they're I don't know how much they are, but they're less than $100. And you literally you unstrap it, you put another one in, you're done. And they'll fill it for up to 10 years right on the RV. I did that to my parents' old one.
So that tank is not strapped, it's actually bolted to the frame itself. That tank has brackets made around and is bolted to the frame.
Yeah, that's what same idea. Straps, bracket, whatever. It's still they can be changed. Nothing's unique about it.
Well, I mean, you just need to get a replacement. You know, if it doesn't have the brackets, I'm sure you can figure out some way of mounting it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I seen what you built on the old mud mower. You know, you've got ingenuity. It is what it is.
I'll take a welder to the tank.
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
You know, it's funny though. They come empty, so theoretically, he could actually make a bracket that not have to worry about.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right there. Yeah, I mean, if it comes empty, you know, from the factory, yeah, you could weld to it and be safe about it. You know?
And then have to.
I mean, I've had, you know, I'm an auto body technician, you know, and I've had friends of mine weld gas tanks while they're still in the car and not have no fires, you know, just by draining the fuel out. You know, it's kind of risky, but I've seen it done. It's, you know, it's capable.
Well, I know a guy that welded one once. He emptied it, rinsed it out with water about a zillion times, and then filled it full of sand, and then welded it with the sand still inside the tank.
Yeah. I mean, I weld almost on a 2 or 3 daily basis. You know, what I've gotten into now, you know, because, you know, I do all the new cars and stuff. is welding with silicon bronze. Has anybody ever welded with that before?
No.
No.
Now it's like $250 a roll, for one of the big rolls of it, and it uses the same gas that you would use if you want to weld aluminum. But it's like the mechanic shop that's next door to me come over there, and his lifter hone, it's got a little, a swivel point in it, and the swivel point had come off, and it's aluminum and steel, and he tried clamping it in the vise, and it wouldn't hold it good enough, and, he said, "Man, how can I fix that?" I said, "Well, you want me to weld that?" He said, "What do you mean weld it? That's aluminum and steel. If you got a silicone bronze, you can weld aluminum and steel together. The silicone bronze is, these new cars, they actually have what's called boron steel in them, which is like really hard, a really strong structure. I mean, trust me, if you bend a part of it, you can't hammer it back straight. It's that strong of steel, and it's made for welding that. But yeah, I mean, I can weld aluminum with it. I can steel, cast iron, stainless, just about anything.
Yep.
But I mean, it's like, before I welded his tool back together, I told him, I said, well, I got some test panels here, I got boxes of them, little square sheets, I said, well, this is steel, that's aluminum. Let's see if they weld, sure enough, they welded very good.
Yeah, you can. It's like now these body shops now, a lot of them are gluing the panels on. I had a buddy of mine that told me about that glue. He says that glue is hard. You glue that on, it's better than welding.
In some cases it is. In some cases it ain't. I do some gluing. The panel bonds that I get, I even get impact resistant panel bonds, which means if it has an impact, you know what I mean, it's not going to separate. I mean, if you glue two pieces of metal together with it and you pull on it, you're going to tear the metal before you tear the glue. But there's certain things that I don't glue with it. If I got a wheelhouse, around the where the wheel is, I'll glue that. But if I'm in a door jam or something like that, I'm going to weld that.
Around a cab corner, I would glue a cab corner on.
Yeah, a cab corner, that wouldn't be that bad, because you got inner structure behind that.
I mean, hell, my first time I redid the body on my truck cab corner, I was 16 years old. I ground it down, fit it, and I did his red. I actually pop riveted it on with silicone behind it. And primed and painted it. The molding that they put down the old Chevy trucks.
Yeah.
I put the molding there, and you couldn't see the seam. And we painted the truck. I put the molding back on. You couldn't even tell that cab corner was on there for, God, I want to say 12, 13 years before it rotted again. And I did the same thing all over again. I actually painted the cab corner before I put it on, then put it on. And I wish I know about fluid film then like I do now, because fluid film is the best stuff in the world for preventing rust.
Well, one thing that, I have to deal with is, if I fix a car, I'm State Farm Insurance. If I fix a car and it gets in a wreck and it doesn't crash properly, they can come back after me. So I got to dot my I's across the T's. You know what I'm saying? You heard about that multi-million-dollar lawsuit over that glued-on roof? Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Everything guy, how's it going?
It's kind of like this. I tell my boss, if I want to fix something, I'm going to fix something that's good enough. I would be happy with it myself, from my own self. Other than that, I'm not skipping no corners. There's certain things I just don't do.
Well, it's like these new some of these new cars, like or the rocker panels are actually glued on from the factory. That I don't like that.
So Diane in the chat, I just happened to see it. She happened to mention about mold. This is the whole reason why I went ahead and did what I did, because I could have just resealed it and replaced the dome, and hopefully it would dry out eventually, maybe within 10 years. But I figured, if I'm gonna end up staying here for a long time, because I have no intention of no other apartments, why am I going to go pay rent when I have an RV that I could put money into it and I can move it wherever I go, do whatever I want? So for now, I'm comfortable. Might as well put the money into the RV and do it the right way. Replace that bottom, and then I could reseal it. But besides that, I don't think there's any other major leaks in here besides that, what I was doing.
Well, one thing I will say on RV sealant, it has to be, UV rated. So whatever sealant you end up using in the future, make sure you're good with that.
I have a tube. I bought one tube. It was $13.
Yeah.
It was at Home Depot, and it was specially for exterior around the windows, and it was RV rated and all that. So I do know that the caulking is a lot of money, and that's going to take a lot of money for that. But there's a lot of seams I have to redo. So I resealed a couple areas, but I didn't put just a sealant on top of the old sealant. I actually took a heat gun and took the old top off. Then I got what do they call that? The cleaner. It's I can't think of the name of it. Before you paint something, you wipe it down.
Tack rag.
Solvent.
Whatever it is.
Like DX330.
So
wax and grease remover.
I did clean it, and I resealed some areas.
All right.
So
well, also let me tell you on this. You can go to Walmart. You can pick up a gallon of lacquer thinner.
That's what it is. Lacquer thinner. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Lacquer thinner. That's perfect. Lacquer thinner cleans everything very good. A lot of the solvents leave an oily residue with it.
Yep. So I cleaned it with the lacquer thinner, and resealed it. And I was going to do this early this morning, but it just opened up a can of worms, and I couldn't see trying to repair a little section. So I said, you know what? Hell with it. I might as well just do the whole entire floorboard, the sleeping area, and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a guy on YouTube once that painted a car, that cleaned his car before he painted it. Instead of using a tack rag, he used WD-40. I'm thinking that paint's gonna peel off. And he said, well, he was painting it with Rust-Oleum, so it wouldn't matter. And about 6 months later, he made a video and says, all you that said that was gonna peel were right.
I got an old brake drum from a tractor trailer truck, and I made a nice little fire pit.
That's cool.
Yeah. I did post pictures on my Facebook with me actually tearing it all apart.
A tractor trailer brake drum makes an awesome fire pit.
A tractor trailer wheel makes an awesome fire pit. I mean, it's even bigger, but it does what it does.
Hey, if I want bigger, I'd go get a backhoe rim. We're gonna go man size.
Well, the fire pit I got is, well, I'll put it this way. It's got a 4-foot grilling surface on it. So, you know.
Yep.
Technically, I can cook a small pig. What am I seeing?
The rotted wood when I
All right. Yep.
get into the pot.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change that.
Yep. You can see how wet it was.
Yeah.
That's when I started peeling it, and that's when I realized, you know, I had to take it all apart.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
yeah. But you are being careful with the sheet metal, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You should
can
be able
see
to
how
use
wet?
that.
See how it was bubbling?
Yeah.
Hey, at least someone. I saw. I got the what's the name? Oh, Sleeper Dude 88. You ever seen that?
Looks kind of weird though.
Him and his family had an RV breakdown, and they ended up selling it, renting a car, and coming back home. But they sealed the roof of their RV with Flex Seal, and they started to leak like the next storm. And everyone would say, "Why would you put Flex Seal on the roof of a car, RV? That ain't gonna stop rust. That stuff's a gimmick."
I heard Flex Seals actually works.
That didn't work for them.
Too.
I mean, I've never tried to have no experience with it.
It's not good for big gaps. It's good for like small, just sealing, you know?
Right.
They use that as roof coating. If I was going to do it, I'd use the stuff called Snow Seal. That's what I put on my parents' old RV. That stuff was awesome.
I've actually sealed a RV before. It was an office trailer with this silver stuff. You had to roll it on.
Yeah, what I'm talking is the same stuff. It's called Snow Seal. It goes on, it foams up like almost like great stuff, and it's called Snow Seal. It foams up and it settles down, and it's awesome. It's meant for RVs. The stuff you're talking about is good if it's not movable. It's meant for like a house that don't move, like you're driving down the road. The Snow Seal actually moves as you're driving down the road.
So, how many miles have you put on the camper so far?
None.
None? Okay.
It's still same spot.
All right. I know you said it runs. I mean, is it you know, roadworthy yet, or do you need to go through a few things, or what?
Actually, I have to get a truck battery for it.
All right.
But it will start up. I did drive it around in the parking lot over here. We have a fairly huge area to drive. The brakes are nice. I did pull off the wheels. The brakes are fine. They're a little rusty, the rotors, because it's been sitting around.
Right.
But it's nothing to worry about where I have to replace them.
That's got rotors?
In the front,
yeah. That van would definitely have disc brakes.
Yeah. And,
well, I didn't think they had rotors back then. I mean, because a lot of them had drums.
Well, not on a commercial vehicle.
The rear is drums.
Wait a second. It don't matter if it's. What are you talking about now? A commercial vehicle? I drive an 80,000-pound semi. They have drum brakes all the way around.
Well,
that
there's a difference in there between those commercial vehicles.
Well, but they did have RVs, several RVs. Winnebago. My parents had a '77 Chevy Winnebago. They had drum brakes all the way around.
Okay. Well, they were late to get into it. You know, Dodge back then, when they built that cabin chassis, they done a good job.
Yeah.
Like I said, even I wish I could remember the number of that. What that rear end in that truck is called. It's a very heavy duty.
It's a big ass pumpkin that's on there. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's a big ass motherfucker.
Yep.
Sorry about the language.
I think that just the axles on it, it has to be at least maybe 5-6 inches wide. The shaft.
Yeah.
And the pumpkin, it seriously, it looks like a freaking truck pumpkin.
Yeah, it is a truck. I think it has probably about 2-inch axles inside of that differential. That's a pretty hefty
That's
axle.
the same rear end that Dodge used to, or even Chevy if it was a Chevy. But either way, that's like the D450 or D350 van, or the Ram 350.
Let me go get the owner's manual because it will probably say what the drivetrain is on it. So.
Yeah, Dodge has built some really good stuff in the past. I don't get me wrong, I'm not a Dodge lover, but
I hate Dodge.
I got 2
like
Dodge
that.
Challengers.
I like that generation of Dodge. The stuff they made in the last 20 years is junk.
Yeah, well, yeah, but up until what they made the last few years is pretty fucking amazing.
I don't know. I like Grandpa's old PT Cruiser. The stuff he was going through with that didn't impress me.
All right, it says Class A motorhomes, Chrysler 440. ARA speed controls.
Those chickens are making me hungry for chicken and dumplings.
Oh, you could hear them?
Yep.
I got chickens here. I'm going to get rid of some of them if anybody's interested.
If you were out, where are you?
I'm down here in Georgia.
Damn it. I come out and make some chicken and dumplings in your front yard, right?
All right. But no, the problem I run into with chickens, I've got 16 chickens, 16 hens, 2 roosters, and 2 ducks. I get 15 to 20 eggs a day. My thought, because I live on a farm. There are 16.5 acres here. My thought was, because I had chickens before that, I would sell the eggs and make some money. But I got more eggs than I can sell. So I'm at the point now, I'm going to get rid of some chickens. I'm going to cut back to like 3 or 4 of them. Because they've become an expense instead of money coming in. Because at first, I was getting like $80 a week, sales and eggs. And that was good, but people don't buy eggs every week,
First time I ever looking at the owner's manual on here, and there's a lot of things in here. It says the plumbing service.
A lot of mistake people make with RVs when they do work on the plumbing, they'll put in the regular PVC piping. Can't use that PVC piping in an RV. You got to use the black.
Oh, yeah, because otherwise it freezes up and breaks.
No.
No? Grandpa, you're being quiet. Well, I see why.
What's he doing? His puff pass?
No, he's over there eating.
Oh.
I'm back.
We missed you.
I'm working on a friggin' hotspot and it shut off on me. So,
All right.
anyways, like I said, this book, it shows everything right down to the wire diagrams of the charging system and the solar panels.
Really?
That's weird. I didn't think they had solar panels on RVs back then.
I didn't either. That means those are original?
No, the charging system, the charging for the external batteries. What do they call it?
Oh.
I just seen it. Where was it?
Be glad you got that.
Well, yeah. Electrical, 115 volt system, 12 volt system, 12 volt furnace, the power 12 volt battery, generator power plant, roof air conditioner, standard automotive air conditioner, 115 volt DC, 12 volt DC converter. And that's going to be 17.
Well, be glad you got a 12 volt heating system.
Yeah, really.
In the wintertime, you got a 12 volt battery, you got heat.
Right there.
I think that's the first time, that's the longest I've ever seen Lucky's hair.
Yeah.
Kind of like my hair right now. That's way too long.
I guess I'm going to have to read this installation guide for a 2.7 AG septic RV electrical generators. Apparently we don't have that no more because it's not in there, but
yeah, definitely need to read into that figure out what kind of wires you need to connect to.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you're closer, I got this little Honda generator. This son of a bitch sits there and runs. You can't even stand next to it and hear it. Yeah, hell, I'd give it to you.
Yeah. There is a generator that's in a shed over there, a small one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that's used for, but I got to talk to the owner on that. Oh, yeah. I even got this thing.
Tyler just gave us a warning. His road test is on Monday.
LP gas and LP gas tanks.
All right.
So this is the first time actually reading everything over here.
Tyler gave us a good warning that his road test is on Monday, so we can avoid driving on the roads in upstate New York.
Tyler, why don't you come up, because you mentioned something about paneling or something? I'm not exactly sure. Thanks for sharing me out. My birthday is on Monday and my road test is too. Nice.
But hey, guys, hang on a minute. I got to get another bottle of vodka out of my car.
Okay.
It's Friday. I'm drinking. I'm sorry.
RV insurance card, 9/20/21.
You know what's funny? RV insurance is cheaper, is half of what a car is.
(1977) Chrysler Corporation emission control system. Change oil at 113,000. July 1979. Oh yeah, this probably would say that what's equipped. What a rare end, huh?
How do you like this Bluetooth speaker, Lucky?
Motor oil. That's cool.
Napa's got them for $5, discontinued.
Hello.
What's going on, guy?
Not much, man.
I don't know where it would say. Or like,
I have to up my insurance now when I drive an upstate, up further up near Albany area.
Damn it.
This rookie driver is going to be driving. That's a scary thought. I might have to call the governor and that, and tell him to do extra caution to this guy.
What are you doing, old lady?
the old bill of sales from the bill of sales is exceeded on 9/15/2020 by the between party. Can't say the address, won't say the name.
Give me all
The
soft.
buyer agrees to pay full amount of $600 in the from cash. They paid $600 for this.
Damn.
No kidding. Old bill of sales.
Yeah, but Mr. Book said
600. Dodge truck 100 and 400s operated manual. Table of contents.
You know what about a pain one, Lucky, what I was talking about? It's
Handling or something? You were talking about something on that. What'd you say now?
yeah, it's this stuff for here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Is this
What
the
about
pain one? You can use that. You can take
Okay.
that you can take that metal off, and then replace that because it's cheap. The paint one is cheaper than wood.
the paneling? The interior of it is fine. All the walls are fine inside. The only thing that was rotted was where the mattress goes above the cab.
Yeah, you can use 1x6s and put the paint one up, and then replace it. About paint
No,
one.
I'm gonna actually use 1/4-inch plywood
Yeah,
to make it nice and sturdy.
that's what Mr. Book said. Sweepy
when I
Dude
get home.
88.
I definitely probably gonna make a little ladder to get up there though.
Oh yeah.
Too bad you couldn't find like an old pool ladder for an in-ground pool.
I need to get a ladder for the back. That's the only thing that's missing.
That's what I mean. If you could get one of those, I've seen some of these pool ladders that go up like for the above ground that you climb up on and go down. It's like a step ladder, but it's not a step ladder. And but they're all aluminum. They're meant for water and that. Too bad you couldn't find something like that.
Yeah. Give some
I've
time.
actually got one of those.
This is actually all new for me. So, as I start getting into these RV groups, I'm sure there's local people around here that will have some extra parts hanging around, Or sometimes you can find these on Craigslist, free, come and get it, parting out or something. I'll ask if they have a ladder and buy a ladder for, $10-15 or something.
Well, I remember one special engine I got one time, and I found it online, and it was free. Come get it, and it was in an old Chevrolet camper. It was a 400 small block. I put that motor in a Camaro that I had, and of course I went to a 4-barrel, and I added more to it.
Yeah.
But as far as what it cost me nothing. The camper was free. And I had to get rid of it, but the junk man was happy to take it. My biggest thing was just getting it out of that goddamn van. And it had a 400 turbo on the back of it,
Yeah.
Wish I could find deals like that now.
Yep.
Yeah, RV down here for free.
Yeah. I mean, the van only had like 80,000 miles on it, but it was a typical, camper van that, got leaks and, it was one of the people I worked with and, he said, hell, just come get the damn thing. You can have it. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But I put that in a 71 Camaro. And that was a very strong running Camaro,
Yeah.
It's amazing what
Turn my AC on. I wanted to know if you guys interfered with anything. Because I had it on earlier, but I turned it off.
I wish I
Well,
known you were looking at an RV. I had an old propane power generator I got rid of a year or so ago.
Is that interfering with it?
What's that?
The AC, could you hear it?
Nope.
No.
Oh, wow.
I barely hear something. One quick question. How much did you pay for the van?
I will not give that up.
All right. I understand. I respect that. It was affordable, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
Affordable with, don't have to worry about payments. How's that?
Oh, though you can't get no better than that.
No. Somebody upstairs was looking out for me. Put it that way.
Well, that's cool. I was kind of worried about you when I seen you went to living in a tent.
Exactly. Like I said.
Yeah.
Somebody was looking out for me.
Hey, living in a tent is not bad though. If you can hook electrical.
It looks. It's one of those things that it's.
It ain't a bad thing except for in the middle of January, February, March.
Oh yeah.
Well, that and living without a shitter. That's kind of tough.
So I think what I'm going to do is when I fix up top the sleeping area, I'm going to add like another plug outlet up there with the USB charging port.
Do you have a place to get rid of your gray water and black water?
It's underneath. I have 2 tanks underneath. It's underneath the bathroom area.
Yeah. I mean, your gray water, you can let that go anywhere. Black water, you're not supposed to.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about that. I have a regular bathroom. I use that bathroom for storage.
Yeah. No. Unless you're when we're in an actual RV park. Yeah, I'd use it.
My internet is starting to slag out here because I'm on a hotspot. Let's see if I can be able to do it this way.
I have to leave because my phone's about to die.
I wish you could come down up to my town for a weekend and pay. It's like I pay to do those control arms.
Do the front control arms on the van need some work?
No, I told him before I'd pay him to do the upper and lower control arms on my pickup.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. But I will say, at least we got at least 3 smokers in here tonight.
Yeah, I quit smoking like I don't know, I can't remember how long do you think it's been, Grandpa, that I quit? A year and a half, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, it's been a while. I know it's been over a year.
Well, if you quit, I'm proud of you, dude. It's that's a tough demon to get past.
Actually, it wasn't. I went to hypnosis.
I've heard of people doing that.
I went home and I couldn't stand the smell. Oh, we got lucky, and the artificial intelligence lucky. That's what you need to change in
Yeah.
part 1 to change the name to part 6. The artificial AIG lucky. That's funny.
I'm trying to. Could you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep.
I hear you good.
Trying to get rid of. The other one should go off soon.
What kind of upper lighting system do you have? Is that just like a big stream of white
No,
Christmas?
they're curtain lights. That's what they call. You usually hang them on a wall.
Yeah.
So I actually have them hooked up here and just stapled to the top. And
that
they're
looks
ran by
very
a
good.
little USB port.
And that looks good.
Yeah, it gives enough lighting too, where I don't have to have the RV lights on.
It looks like a portable titty bar.
Let's go shoe shopping, guys.
Lucky's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, so now I have that off. So I could.
Oh, here comes Jackson sneaking in behind Grandpa. Jackson.
What are you doing, homeboy?
So that's what. Put a canvas over it to keep it dry a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks weird though.
Yeah, it's just about the size of what that 78 Winnebago my parents had, 78 or 77 Chevy Winnebago.
That's my little campfire.
Nothing wrong with that. Looks like someplace I could cook a steak.
I got the grill for that too.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was telling you. Has an exterior plug outlet, and then that's the battery tray.
That I'd change that outlet to a ground fault. That don't look like it's a ground fault.
No. What?
So the camper has an awning on the side of it?
No, it's a little pop up one I have.
All right.
Maybe down in the future I'll get one. But for now,
those are actually kind of goddamn expensive. They're about $1,500.
yeah. But again, you can go on Marketplace. I see old campers all the time. Free, just come and get. So if I find a camper that says something like that, I'll just go and pick it up and grab the parts I want off it, and then I'll grab the excavator and just friggin' crush it.
No, just call the junk man, let him come back and pay you for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the way to do that. There's so many scrap metal people out there. They're desperate.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
And if you got that propane tank replaced and made sure the furnace was good, and even if it wasn't, you could buy it. You could hook up that propane tank and then get yourself a vent, one of those vent-free heaters that they sell. You know that turn off automatically on and off. Hell, you could cook yourself out of there with one of those propane-powered vent-free heaters.
I got it right there. I know.
Yeah, but you don't know if it works or not. I'm
Yeah,
saying
it of course it works. Everything does work. It's just it's been sitting around for a while. You know.
yeah, but you don't know if that heater works.
I'm sure it does.
Well, if it doesn't work for like $100, you can get a diesel heater.
Well,
You know?
not for nothing, but if the AC is cranking, you know, why wouldn't the heater work?
Well, I'm going
Because
to
they
agree
use
with
the
you on that.
I don't agree with that because they don't use those that much, and they get dirt and bugs in that. They're not that big. I would say. I mean, you never know. It may not, but if it does work, hell, you could live in that just fine in the wintertime. Is that a pig?
Yeah.
That's a pig and a duck.
Man, it looks like dinner. That ain't no pet pig. That's dinner. That's breakfast and dinner.
Yeah, that's
Look at
what I
that.
was thinking. Breakfast and dinner.
You got look at that. The duck's trying to pick the pig's ass.
No, nobody wants
Yep.
to eat those.
There's even
Uh,
llamas here too. Goats, sheep, turtles.
The only suggestion I got for you, Lucky, if you ended up being in there over winter, get yourself one of those waterproof tarps and cover the roof with it just to be safe. I mean, if you're not going nowhere, I'd cover that whole roof with a waterproof tarp and say, just man, that makes me hungry. I see bacon and eggs. Mm-mm. Bacon and duck. You take that, you get some duck eggs. If they're chicken eggs and duck eggs, or whatever, and it has some bacon and eggs, and duck for dinner, and the next night you have ham for dinner.
To me, a duck egg does not taste no different than a chicken egg, or
That's
a
what I'm
goose
saying.
egg.
Whatever he can get some eggs and bacon, and there you go.
Yep.
And then ham, and then duck for dinner, and ham for sandwiches, and ham for the next month afterwards.
It'll be more than a month.
Have you ever seen Lucky eat a pound of bacon?
That's true.
I mean, Lucky, if Lucky took that thing to a butcher shop and said, make it all bacon, and he got 100 pounds of bacon, he'd have it gone in a month.
No, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I've seen him eat honey buns. He had a big, love for them for a while. I'm like, damn, how do you eat those sweet motherfuckers?
Oh, I love honey buns, but they are sweet.
Yeah, he'd get the ones that are the extra sweet with the white frosting.
Teasing them.
I got your brother right here, buddy. Right here, look, your brother.
Yeah. Show him the bacon and sing tomorrow, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've actually thought about raising pigs here at my farm, but I'm afraid the neighbors would complain about the stink from them.
Actually, we got 2 of them here, and it's not that bad.
All right.
Do you live out in the country, Marvin?
Yes and no. It's like, I'm 5 minutes from Walmart. But yeah, am I actually, outside of city limits and what have you? Where I live at, it used to be a horse farm, so I've got a horse barn, my shop is like 26 by 36. There's a horse arena here, all kinds of stuff,
Well, if you're allowed to have them legally, I'd say fuck your neighbors.
Well, I can have anything I want here, because I'm outside the city limits. I'm zone commercial,
Believe it or not, like here where I'm at, there's places that like where I'm at, we have what's called the right to farm because of this use. I could actually bring a horse in here, a cow, and everything, I mean, I ain't gonna do that, but I might if I want to. I could. Like, I'm like with Grandpa. Fuck your neighbors.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Exactly.
kind of
Fuck the haters.
right here.
Get a couple of.
Don't get me wrong. It costs me everything I make every month to pay the bills.
Oh, I'm
You
sure
know.
it does.
It does.
Oh,
Man.
Here you go, Lucky. Here's something that's not RV related. I was going to ask you. Now, neighbor up the street's got a tractor. He runs it 5 minutes. It shuts down. It sputters like it's running out of gas, but it ain't running out of gas. And then he lets it sit for 5 minutes and restarts. And I told him the first thing I check is the coil. And he said the shop told him the coil wouldn't do that.
No, it sounds like a fuel problem. Therefore, if it
ain't a
starts
fuel problem.
Sounds like the fuel solenoid, the anti-backfire solenoid.
There is no fuel solenoid. It's a 1978 tractor. There's no
Right.
fuel solenoid.
All right, listen to me, Briggs. A fuel problem. If it's starving for fuel, the filter itself, you got the gases flowing through the system, so it's activating the shit that's inside that filter. So therefore, when that filter is moving around a lot with the shit that's in it, it's going to shut off because it's starving for gas. So check your fuel filters.
Yeah.
No, the spark dies. Because I've gone over there. It's getting fuel. The spark dies.
All right, so check your points.
A coil is not good and not bad later. It's either good or bad. If it has a wire going to the bottom of the carburetor, that's the anti-backfire.
There is no anti-backfire in 1978.
Okay. Well, yeah, there could be. I'm just saying.
Briggs and Stratton didn't use anti-backfire in 1978 on their old flatheads.
All right.
Yeah, check the points. It's possible they're heating up.
Yeah, but the coil can heat up too. But either way, it's got a modern. Someone change the coil to a modern electronic ignition coil, and that's why I was trying to explain to them that the electronic ignition part that on the coil could be bad.
Well, if they went to the electronic ignition, there's no coil in there.
Yes, there is. You don't eliminate the coil. They got electronic ignition coils, yes.
Let me think about this for a minute. Okay, you may be right.
All they did, because Terrell Fixes All even did a video how he took a coil and added the electronic ignition module to an old style coil.
Yeah.
Now they make coils with the electronic ignition built into them. And a coil is basically a lot of wires in it, but when they get hot, they can shut down. But because I've seen car coils do the same thing.
That's a Facebook group right there. If you're on Facebook, you go into your groups and you search groups. It's Homeless Tent Life. The name of the group is Homeless Tent Life. If anybody wants to check that out, feel free to join the group.
You know, to answer that question on that, actually, are you in Sprocket's garage? On Facebook. The group.
Am I? No, I was on all those mud ones. Briggs?
Yeah, Briggs.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Briggs, go to Sprocket's Garage on Facebook and post that question. I guarantee you'll get a very good answer. Doc Sprocket most likely will respond.
No, that's what I'm saying. But on our thing, I told him he could need a valve job.
That is a possibility. Also could be loose valves. Yep. A lot of people don't realize loose valves on these these mowers really makes a huge difference on how they run.
Yep.
Yeah, and I told him that. He said, "Why don't you do a valve job on an old flathead?" I says, "Very carefully. You take them on and off, get a feeler, take the spring out, take the feeler gauge out, and you grind them with a file or a grinder. I use a file. I just take it that way. You don't worry about taking off too much too fast."
Yep.
I said,
Actually,
I told him, if you take the head off and you can take 2 fingers and spin that valve, then the valve ain't seating right.
yeah. Believe this or not, I actually have a valve grinding machine here at my shop. A friend of mine, his grandfather passed away, and I was asked to go, help him clean out, his grandfather's basement. My God, we found, flathead V8s, flathead 6 cylinders, train pistons. I got a brand new 4 horsepower Tecumseh motor in the box from 1946.
No, it's this way.
The stuff I got a set of wrenches that go up to like almost 3 inches. A Snap-on brand. This man, he worked on trains and all kinds of shit.
I
I
believe
got
it.
almost.
My
I got
grandpa
almost
worked on the railroad.
Grandpa, you take a ride on your bike lately?
It was a learning experience for me.
Grandpa, take a.
I did day before yesterday. We've had rain.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be getting rain tonight and all day tomorrow. What's up, Bacon? He's looking right at me.
We got a dry weekend predicted here. I might go do some fishing tomorrow.
Sounds
I'm
good.
out of fish in my freezer. I need some more catfish.
Well, I love me some catfish.
Oh, Bacon.
The last time I went catfishing, it's one of the local pay lakes here. But after I clean my fish, I'll weigh them. I got 24 pounds of fish.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good addition to your freezer.
Yeah, I don't like that. You paying to have the fish. To me, that's bull crap. But it is.
Well,
what it is.
I pay $14, but if I got 24 pounds of fish, I think I'll come out on the upper hand.
What? How do you take the skin off, Marvin?
With a pair of pliers.
Okay, well, I watched the guy on YouTube, and it's a very easy process. You fillet him like you would normally, right? You cut out a big fillet down through the backbone, and you leave just a little bit on the tail end. You flip that over, and you can take a fillet knife and go right down between the skin and the meat, and it comes right off.
But me personally, I like the fish with the bone cooked in it. It adds a little more flavor to me. As far as filleting them, if I get a big one, yeah, I'm gonna fillet that son of a bitch. You know what I mean? It's too much work to clean it.
Well, guys, it's been just about an hour and a half. I'm gonna end up calling the night.
All right, Huggy.
What are you gonna call it?
Bacon.
Bacon.
Can't go wrong with bacon.
I'm gonna have a pound of bacon.
Lucky out there in the backyard with a spigot up that pig's ass. Turn it around and around, and your friend there says, "Where'd my pig go?"
They got another one.
No,
another one.
The same place the duck went.
Yep. Yeah, the other one, the belly hits the ground.
Yeah,
I don't like ducks as much as I do chicken. They're a little greasy, but I'll eat one.
They got a llama too. Lots of them.
I'll
God,
just
Mom.
tell you guys, I got one chicken here that, I had some chickens to lay some eggs, and I grabbed a couple of them out of there, and, two of them hatched, but one of them, got mixed up with a heat light and got cooked, So I got one chicken, and that one chicken has only ever seen nobody but me, and this chicken is just like the most friendly little chicken you would ever meet. When I get off work and I come home, he comes running to the car.
Why did the pig cross the farm to go into Lucky's pot?
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you all later. Grandpa, thank you for coming up. Mr. Briggs, Marvin, we'll talk to you later.
Good to see Grandpa and Biggs. Yep. Have a great weekend, man.
Bye.